So men who don't get married and don't have kids, everybody just assumes that they are sad and lonely. But there are some upsides because according to studies, they have a deeper connection with their friends and with their family members, and there's a heightened sense of self-determination. So with all those things being said, and you see somebody who's maybe middle-aged or even in their 30s and they're alone, maybe it's by choice, maybe they're happier than you think. So how do you guys label that person, that man or woman that you see?
You just wonder.
Do you judge?
No, I don't judge, but you're just like, oh, like, I wonder why. But it's really hard to know because you can't ask someone's entire relationship history as soon as you meet them.
Oh, you
but
can't?
Please don't go for it. Please don't go for it.
But excuse
You're just like, oh, why?
But it's
like,
negative, though, don't you think? Like, don't you think, Carly, you go, what's wrong with that person?
Not necessarily. I have friends who, they want to stay single. And I mean, maybe if they met the right person, they would take that path. But that's not necessarily an end goal for every single person, you know?
I couldn't agree more. And I was, I just recently, in the last few years, found my soulmate, and I'm very happy. But I was also very happy when I was by myself in certain ways. Like, I didn't go through every day longing for that person.
Same.
I found that person found me, and it was organic. But I used to have people come up to me and go, Jordan, you're in your early 30s. Why haven't you found a person? You've got a good job. You're decent looking. You're good looking enough not to mess it up. You're smart enough. You've got things going for you. What's the problem? And I think that stigma is not fair to people because a lot of people, it's by choice and you're not defined by having a partner, right?
Yeah. I feel like for women, it's so much more on top of that just because like they're expecting you to have kids.
True.
They want you to be
It's
married.
a different beast you're saying for women.
Yeah. So I actually have a friend and she has not really had positive relationships around her with children and with marriage. So she doesn't associate it like I do because I grew up with a positive family situation, with my mom in terms of she had children later. So she was really committed to her kids and ended up making that her life. Of course they were married. So I have like a positive correlation with this. And she's only seen the negative sides of having kids. She's only seen the negative sides of having, of marriage. So she doesn't really, I feel like she's missing out because she hasn't seen it be positive before.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of like Jordan. Like when I've been single, I haven't been like, oh, I want a boyfriend so bad. I'm just like, oh, cool, I'm going to hang out with my friends for a while. If I meet someone that I like, I'll get into a relationship. But I don't know that everyone, I think people only wonder about this because it's just the norm to get married and have kids, but it doesn't have to be.
Yeah, new standards.
Best advice we can give is do it when you're ready. Don't let anybody push you into being a relationship.
Boo.
Do you. Last night on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Porsha and her new boyfriend, they're in Miami, and Porsha has forgotten her toothbrush. Pretty simple stuff, not really worth watching, except Porsha only goes through these motions like only Porsha can.
What you brush your teeth with?
With my tongue.
So I asked you for it earlier. You didn't want to share because we're in Miami.
You want to use my toothbrush?
I use it every day. What are you talking about? Babe, bring me your toothbrush. Your toothbrush is soft.
Come on, babe. We got to go now. Come on.
Why did you treat me like this?
Come on, lady. We got to go. Come on.
Bring me your toothbrush.
I like Mike. I don't know if I like him that much.
What? Like, it's nasty. Like, you no longer know.
I'm almost about to throw up in the back of my mouth a little bit.
Okay, so we can't go any further without a confession.
What?
We're tight here at the desk.
You gotta confess.
I got a confession.
What? Have you used my
Hold on, let me get ready. Wait, let me get ready. Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah, you got a confession?
So I use my fiance's toothbrush all the time. She hates it. I'll go one further, and this is probably really messed up. I was home for the holidays
you had
last
me
year.
At the first
I was home for the holidays last year. I did not have my toothbrush in the house. I didn't have time to go get one. I used my mother's toothbrush.
What? That is disgusting.
I came from my mother.
I'm sending your mom this video right now.
And then for my fiance, it shouldn't even be a conversation. Like, we kiss every day, so I should be allowed to use her toothbrush.
But it's not the same, Jordan.
I don't think it's weird.
It's not the same because a toothbrush is getting gross things out of your mouth, some that have been lodged for like an hour. You know what I mean?
Or more.
And then you're using it from another
I'm not using her floss. I'm not using her floss. I'm using her toothbrush.
If I lived with you or was anywhere around you like ever, my toothbrush would be hidden.
She gets so mad.
It would be hidden. I would be so upset. That's so disgusting.
And I'm an aggressive brusher. That's how she knows, because the bristles are all over the place. Because after I'm done, I'm like a savage with that thing.
This is is a confession.
Okay,
oh my
so
gosh.
it's definitely too far.
Here's
I think
the
that's
thing.
disgusting.
If I needed a toothbrush and I was on a trip, I would ask my boyfriend and like hope that he would let me. And I would offer it to him, but I would hope that he wouldn't take me up on
but
it.
this is what drives me crazy. Like, I don't need to paint the picture. There may be kids in the room, so I'm not going to go down that path. But y'all know what point I'm going to make here. Think about the things you do with your significant other. And in the grand scheme of humanity, you think that's the grosser thing of the two?
Of humanity,
gross.
yes.
Think about light
gross.
between the sheets when the lights go out. That stuff you could say is way grosser than me using a toothbrush. And that's my final statement on it. You guys can't argue that.
On that note.
Now with my mother, you got a point. I don't have one for that, so you can be grossed out. And on that note.
What do you do with your mom?
All right, okay. Felicia, what do we got?
Oh, man. Okay, make sure you
How
tune in
dare you?
to next week on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Bravo. You can catch it there at 7 p.m. All the drama that the ladies are serving up.